Siemer Milling has a great interest in what the University of Illinois is doing as far as small grains. Uh, he really, it goes through your plant. A lot of it does.
Oh, absolutely. One of the things that Seymour Milling Company has done is we like to invest in what our suppliers, the farmers that are growing the wheat, what options they have and the improved quality that they have. We have a philosophy where good quality is worth spending money for because what we can purchase will turn into good wheat will turn into good flour that our customers like to see, and a good feeling from our customer, good reputation, means they keep coming back to us because we're supplying them with good flour.
And so, what Jessica Rutkoski can do here at the University of Illinois is really, if the farmers plant what she recommends and researches, why it really benefits your eventual customers.
Oh, absolutely. Uh, Jessica is looking for a lot of qualities. One, to help improve the yield, to improve disease resistance. When you remove certain stresses from the wheat through superior genetics and management programs, the wheat is going to have more flour within its kernels that we can extract, which is a good yield for everyone all around. But also, the quality of the wheat is visible in the flour in the final baked product. Uh, if there is insect damage, if there is fungal damage, if there is any other kind of disease pressure, that will affect the wheat quality, the test weights, the yield, how early it can be harvested out of the field, and the overall moisture levels that can affect the natural reproduction of the wheat. And when the wheat starts to germinate, that turns the flour into a nice starch, into a sugar for the next seed. And when that happens, well, it loses good baking qualities.
So, what all that Jessica does here in her research, Seymour has invested in some of that research that she's doing then?
Yes, currently we are donating to the University of Illinois $1 million over the course of 5 years to fund her programs.
So, that gets a lot of good research and good wheat into your mills then.
I'm that is certainly the plan, and right now the plan is paying off.
Seymour was also a real strong advocate of the wheat checkoff that just passed here a few months ago.
We are, yes, but I would really need to recommend directing any questions about that to Brian Semple. He is the Vice President of Grain Logistics. He is the one who is on the front line along with our wheat merchandisers speaking with the farmers about what qualities they want, what quality, and we're sharing with them what qualities we want. He is the one who better understands the wheat checkoff, and he was the one who was reporting to Seymour Milling Company's leadership about that progress.
And at least what that checkoff will allow is funds that go into researchers
Mhm.
like Jessica then.
Absolutely, and any additional funds that go into wheat have so far transformed into positive results. Again, uh, this is one of the reasons why we are excited about Jessica. Her predecessor has did a wonderful job. He was a solid man who churned out good research year after year. But Jessica is bringing some fresh perspective. She has some experience in different fields of crops in different countries, and being of a younger generation with better understanding of technology and what new technologies are out there, she is using that to reinvigorate, try and figure out what can be done to speed up the breeding processes, to identify new varieties, what tools can be utilized to speed up field work. Earlier today, one of her students was discussing how she would, in order to study jointing, physically get down on the ground during the cold and wet months to study the stems as they are growing up out of the ground. But now they are looking at drone technology with high color camera resolutions that can identify the change in color that the human eye cannot, and take what is normally 3 hours of work to be done in 20 minutes. They are studying how drones can be utilized to more accurately, or ideally accurately, spread fungicides or fertilizers onto wheat fields while minimizing wind drift, or trying to get more accurate targeting during the flowering stage when it can have more impact to further reduce the wheat stressors, the disease stressors.
And I think farmers are appreciating that because we have seen wheat production in Illinois double here in the last few years. And so that means that there's a lot more opportunities for Siemer and his customers.
Absolutely. Siemer Milling Company operates 3 mills, and these 3 mills support each other across the 3 states. With Illinois increasing in its wheat production, we have more options to manage anything that does not fully conform. Because no matter what, nature is nature. You're not going to have 100% perfect crop all the time. But by increasing the overall acres that are being planted and the amount that is available for us to buy, we can support our operations at other locations where the quality, maybe it's not as abundant, or maybe our competition there is buying it before we can.
We've seen a lot of, well, interest in the Soybean Association
Mhm.
in getting double crop. And Jessica is doing some research on getting maturing wheat, getting wheat to mature faster so soybeans can be planted sooner. And there's a lot of wheat in southern Illinois, and there could be a lot more economic advantage with double crop beans in southern Illinois. And that's probably something that Siemer sees as positive.
Oh, yes. Again, this goes back to how we want the farmer to succeed as much as possible, so we want them to do what makes economic sense. However, we also would prefer it if what makes economic sense in reality also supported the wheat industry. The competition between corn, soybeans, and wheat has been ongoing for many decades now. All 3 crops have generally share the same fields under different rotations, but corn and soybeans have enjoyed certain genetic advantages that have really boosted their yields and their market value, and wheat has lagged behind. But we first saw the double crop phenomenon start up in Kentucky, where one of our mills is located, where with strong management of your growth in the fields, early enough varieties of wheat, you can put together a crop that will then be followed by 2 crops of soybeans that has really strong economics and a lot of reliability, both because of the wheat markets, such as the various mills, but also the soybean markets, which crushers, ethanol plants, so many more that I can't even remember them all.